1/3 of Americans believe in ghosts. Are they onto something, or is this all in their head? Hey everyone, Laci Green here for D News. I think there's something kind of fun about the paranormal. Haunted houses, they give me the heebie-jeebies. And hey, I kind of like a nice healthy serving of creepypasta. But entertainment aside, asking if ghosts are real is an entirely different question. Everyone has their own thoughts, of course, based on their experiences and their worldview. But since we are D News, and we do love science, we're gonna look at this one from a scientific perspective. When people talk about scientific proof of ghosts, they usually cite the first law of thermodynamics. Matter cannot be created nor destroyed, it can only change forms. So the total amount of energy and matter in the universe always remains constant. So when we die, is it possible that our energy manifests as ghosts? Well, not if we're gonna stay consistent here. Energy is transferred into the environment, meaning that human energy transfers, like all other organisms' energy, into other life forms and plants that absorb it. There are other inconsistencies here too. Ghosts can walk through walls, and yet they can also slam doors and move stuff around. Ghost hunters monitor the temperature of the room because it gets cold in a ghost's presence, and yet if ghosts were indeed a type of energy, it would be impossible for them to cool a room down. Only if the ghosts were made of matter could it then absorb the heat from the room and cool it down. But if ghosts were made of matter, then they would be physically observable. And if ghosts were physically observable, then they wouldn't be ghosts. And they also would be scientifically observable. And if they were scientifically observable, surely sometime in the past few hundred years, scientists would have found something spooky, right? And actually, they have. When people say, look, this is a real deal, I saw it, I felt it, they aren't kidding. Remember my video on sleep paralysis where people felt the presence of a ghostly witch when the chemicals that cause muscle paralysis during sleep were misfired after you woke up? There are chemical explanations for different paranormal experiences. Another study published in the journal Nature found that by using electrodes to activate the region of the brain called the angular gyrus, participants sensed a shadowy figure slide in bed next to them. The presence of the figure was controlled by the current. Now this study was repeated again with Michael Persinger's famous helmet, where he claimed that he could induce the presence of demons, angels, and even God himself. And for 80% of the people who wore his electrode helmet, it worked. Does this mean that ghosts have been fully discounted? Not entirely. These studies aren't necessarily at odds with the occult. They could very well be describing a similar phenomenon. So, what do you guys think? Do ghosts walk amongst us, or is your mind playing tricks on you? Share your thoughts with us on Twitter @DNews, and I'll catch you next time.